I've got a track guide here for Suzuka. Just going to let it run through 152.9, I think. There we go. Right, I'll go back and watch that back, talk through it. So I think here we are, just coming to the end of the previous lap. Obviously full throttle now, all the way down to the end. Trying to get a good exit off the last one, obviously. Don't worry about my relative. I think that's an old session with cooler track temps or something. So here I'm just trying to kind of clip the first apex going into here. I think I'm starting to brake. It's hard to tell. I think you turn in just after the gap here in the road, and then it's on the brakes and down 3 gears. But trying to get a reasonable amount of speed off to keep the nose in. Very easy to wash wide into this first section. Not going too wide out there, keeping quite a tight line, and then on the power enough to get us round. Here, obviously, you know, it's a tricky one. You can carry different speeds into different corners and, you know, affect each one of those. So for me, I'm dropping a little bit of speed on the first one, sacrificing a bit more on the second one, and then you see the fourth one. I'm kind of really riding the curb to try and keep the car rotating and getting on the power, and then hopefully if you can get that one right, you should be able to do sort of full throttle around the left-hander. So easing off a bit more here, sacrificing a bit, and then a little bit here, but you can get on the power early, and then I tend to try and get over early and on the curb. Really about getting off and over to the right, not too wide. I've spun there a bunch of times. I don't think I would lift here, so if you keep the throttle on, you can probably short shift if you need to. Obviously, under race conditions, it's probably a bit different. Especially when the tires get hot here, might be a bit of a struggle. So let the car drift out, back over to the left, and here you can see marks I've made in the grass here. So just taking the car as left as we can. To try and carry as much speed over the right. You don't want to take too much curb here on the right hander because it unsettles the car. And then you see them quite early on the brakes for the right hander. Again, very easy to kind of carry too much speed and overshoot that one. But for me, it seems to work if get on the brakes early and get a better exit and get on throttle. So missing the curb there, down 2 gears, getting the nose in, and then you can get on throttle quite early there, so you can carry a reasonable amount of speed. Here, really, you're looking for just after the end of the curb. I completely mess up this left-hander, get too heavy on the brakes or too quick down the gears and lose the rear a bit, but we managed to kind of save it. It's not totally killed it, but there's probably a bit more time here if I got this right. Yeah, I'm struggling here to get the nose round, but we're okay. Haven't lost a ton of time, maybe a tenth or so. And obviously flat out here, over to keep it over to the right. It's down 2 gears, so into third for this one. Again, you want to carry, get a little bit on the throttle after you've done the braking for the first one, and then you roll off and just try and let the car run round. I think I've been guilty of overslowing on the second part of Spoon before, and trying to get a good exit. But I think you're better off letting the car roll around and carry as much speed as you can into there. On throttle early, if you could do it, and keep the car out. Now here you want to be over to the left hand side. The right hand side's a bit bumpy and seems to affect your upshifts a bit. So yeah, and then drift over to the right once you're under the bridge. Flat out over here. I do try and carry the curb here as much as I can and try and keep a tight line just to make the track a little bit shorter. Obviously only when the tyres are warm. And then here braking really just at the 100 or just after the 100. I hit the curb, I think, on the right hander going in. Not ideal, but as long as you've got to be a bit careful there. If you're getting on throttle when the car's bouncing, you're going to spin. So I had to be very careful. But you can either ride the curb or you're probably quicker not riding the curb and maybe a little bit of the second curb. All about the exit. So sacrifice a bit of entry to get a good exit. You can carry a bit of speed there. And then if you want the lap time, then keep as tight as you can on the right hand side. Set the quickest time. So yeah, 52.9. I think I did a 52.90 earlier in this session. Just I think the track's a little bit warmer now. So yeah, there we go.